Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes, and it's been revealed, surprisingly, that the SNP are a bunch of liars. I know. I was as shocked when I heard this as you are, but apparently they haven't been telling the truth. The SNP have, allegedly, lied to all the MSPs in Holyrood, and they've made a grab for powers that they shouldn't have had, and they've done so under the guise of one thing when they intended to do something else. I know, say it ain't so, but alas it is. Justice Secretary Angela Rayner said that by giving her these powers, this emergency legislation, it would help to save lives in prisons if, for example, there was a fire or outbreaks of bad illness or something, and prisoners could be released as an emergency measure. And what's happened since, of course, is that they've just been letting them out willy-nilly, the emergency being that they've run out of prison places. And so now it's been accused, the SNP government have been accused of lying and duping and basically being dishonest to the MSPs in Holyrood. Now, of course, this has the effect that it makes the streets of Scotland much, much more dangerous, particularly for, say, previous victims or witnesses. All of a sudden, these violent, dangerous criminals are being let out. And at the same time, they're cutting police numbers and not recruiting. And so, yeah, Scotland is turning into the Wild West. But these release powers that they've used twice now, used them twice in just 18 months, are supposed to be for very dire emergencies only. And I don't think running out of room is a dire emergency. I think it's incompetence by the Justice Secretary to not see that she's going to need more prison places and commission more prisons. The only trouble is, of course, with the micromanagement that goes on with the SNP, the one prison they are building, the replacement prison that is, has been so micromanaged that hardly one brick has been laid in front of another. Because is it the right colour? Is it the right width? Do the doors, which they haven't got on yet, meet these specifications, etc., etc.? They can't have the idea of anyone doing anything that someone from the SNP isn't standing over their shoulder counting the number of grains of sand, per kilo of cement or something. It's a joke. But there we go. 500 cons released early in the first batch. Nearly 1,000 in the second batch. All out on the street. Some early releases, at least one, was released and murdered on the same day he was released. Many have been caught within days committing more crimes and are back inside. Because recidivism. And, if you're going to release people early, at least do the dishonest ones, not the violent ones. That just makes sense to anyone with half a brain, which rules out most of the SNP. Oh well, let me know what you think. Thanks very much. Bye.